Hello, everyone. How is everyone doing tonight? I know this episode was kind of a last minute scheduled thing, but honestly, the past 2 weeks have been kind of not a blur, just so busy that Bill hit me up and said, "Hey, what are we doing this week for the show?" And I thought the show was for another week, but here we are, nonetheless. Um, I thought I could eat my airhead all the way before the intro ended, but I cannot. Um, Yeah, hello everyone. I hope you all are doing well. Bill will be here very soon. I thought I heard something. Bill will be here very soon. He is running about 5 minutes late, so you have me and me only for about 5 minutes. Um, but welcome back to Haunted Casket number something. I'll figure that out later. This is just going to be a conversation between me and Bill, just talking, chatting about the paranormal, about life, about all things that a paranormal investigator does in daily life. We're going to be mentioning some Rock Island Esoteric Expo, so stay tuned for that. Maybe talking about the future of what we each have planned for each other, for our own businesses, for Empty Casket, for VHF 882 Films. I do want to talk about once he's on here, just so he can hear it too. I may talk about it a little bit beforehand and just rehash it, but I am starting. I'll basically all I need is a logo at this point, but I am starting another side brand that is connected to VHF 882 Films, found footage stuff. I'll go ahead and talk about that now, since everything else that I want to talk about kind of builds off what Bill does. But so VHF 82 Films, right? My found footage media company, or my YouTube channel, right? Found footage has always held a special place in my heart, whether it comes to the aesthetic itself, how you create it, or the story it tells, the outcome itself. And one thing I've always realized, or not really realized, but thought about, I kind of like a thought in the back of my head, was as I'm filming my films, my found footage, every time I get something cool happen on camera, or every time I experience something unique, right? I'm capturing the said event, said moment on camera. But whenever I experience it with my own eyes and my own brain, I get like visions. No, not like mediumship, not like I'm seeing spirits or something. I get like a vision in my own head that my brain constructs. That's not exactly what you see on screen. Take for an example. Um, uh, yeah, I'll go and talk about this. So take for an example. Get Haunted hosted an event at Indiana State Sanatorium last year. Amazing event. During that event, there was a rotation to where me, Rob, Danny, and Sarah were in the nurses' ward. And at one point, we had a guest, nice man, nice lady. The man started to not feel well. We got him out of there. Everything was fine. And I witnessed him like go from good to not good. very quickly. I witnessed it right in front of my eyes. I even got worried for him, but I didn't know if he was starting to feel bad or if it was just him feeling something creepy. So I didn't say anything. Anyway, seeing him kind of degrade, you know, in front of me, that stuck in my head. We went outside. He started telling us what happened, his story, how he felt, what he believed, and I won't go into depth on what he said because that is his story. But from what he told me, my brain created this dark art, this dark vision in my head. Just like if my brain could paint what I heard and saw about that moment, that's what it would paint. So when I say a vision, I don't mean like a paranormal vision where I'm seeing a ghost do something. Because like for those of you who don't know, with my brain, I have a photographic memory, and I take screenshots in my head all the time. But when something creepy or interesting happens, my brain creates this dark art vision, like almost as if it's like as if an alternate story or an alternate vision related to that same vision gets painted like in my head. So, kind of rounding that back around to the the footage stuff. Every time that I'm filming for a found footage thing, say I capture a door slamming shut and my friends that are on camera get shocked and like get scared, or any type of like unique, incredible moment in a dark paranormal place, my brain within a few seconds, if not instantly, will think of like this is how my brain sees it in like a dark art way. And I already love painting. So I think I've thought of the name. I will say hi to everyone just in a second. Just let me finish my thought because if not, I will lose it. But um, I can't. I think I've thought of a name. I think I'm gonna call it Smears from the Analog, because found footage at its core is analog film. Smears from the analog, to where everything that I'm capturing and seeing in analog found footage form smears away from video form into painting, into a dark art painting. So all of my paintings will be based off of a unique experience from one of my found footage films or found footage ideas. So I will show you some here in just a second, but now that that thought's done, Paul Eaton, hi from Liverpool. How's it going, man? I think I saw you in here last stream. How's it going, man? Haley, this girl. I'm kidding. I hope you're doing well. Haven't talked to you in a bit. I hope you're doing well. I hope work's going well. I hope life's going well. I hope it's not giving you too much shit. Today's been hell, so I'm glad I get to relax. But Bill is 2 minutes late. How dare him? Brenda Ryan, how's it going, Brenda? Nice to see you in here. And yeah, so yeah, this painting is not completely done. Just FYI, I still need to finish it this weekend. But let me show you. It's not completely done, so ignore how like all of this is gray. It's not gonna stay like that. But there's that. Haven't named it yet, but saw a found footage film of a cemetery, and it just my brain saw that. I love it. Also, let me show you this. So this next one, and by the way, all my paintings will have like the name of the painting in the. Sorry, all of my paintings will have the name of the painting in the painting. If that makes sense. Because I want the painting to not only tell a story in a visual sense, but have like a message within it too, like a literal like message. Hey Chris, how's it going? But this next one actually came from my last time at MSP with Get Haunted and the These Walls Still Talk event. I can't do it enough. Shout out to Missouri State Penitentiary. I cannot emphasize that enough. I will promote them till the day I die. Um, but hey, there's Bill.
Hey,
Hi.
hey, I made it.
Let me finish what I was talking about because I'm on a roll. But so shout out to MSP, Jenny, Sheila, all of them, amazing people. At MSP during the free roam, um, there was a part where I was down in the dungeon with someone. I forget who it was, and that was the first time. Not the first time in a while. I was down in the dungeon, and I felt like I couldn't see anything, but all eyes were on me. But I felt like since I've been there so often, like 10 times at this point, I felt like everything's just been watching me for years and years and years. So, and Bill, I will explain, give you context in just a second. But so this is how this got made. And on the bottom it says, "We have been watching." But Bill and I will explain. Just so because it might be cool to you too. But yeah. So Ryan, yes, you can. I would prefer if you want to buy it. I'm bringing all of my paintings to Rock Island. I don't have the proper stuff to ship it. It will get broken immediately if I throw it in just a box. So I still got to figure out that the logistics of that. But Rock Island, yes, you can. Um, but so Bill, um,
Mhm.
I'm starting another like like this is gonna be like how Empty Casket Talking Board Museum is an extension of Empty Casket Paranormal because that came first. I'm creating my own little Empty Casket Paranormal Museum thing. So, um, obviously, VHF 82 films is like my found footage thing. Obviously,
Mhm.
I got a long story short. This actually, I'll just talk about it again. Screw it. I won't show all the paintings and stuff, but every time that there's a unique experience or something crazy happen while I'm filming, right? My brain's photographic, it takes screenshots, right? So, whatever I'm seeing or whatever my camera sees, if it's dark, I'm looking through the camera. Like, say a door slams shut and everyone goes, "Oh my god," right? Some unique experience happens. My brain, within a second, creates this like alternate but related like dark art vision in my head. Um, like take for an example, like if you look up at a cemetery in the dark, but you can't see all the tombstones, you just know it's a creepy cemetery. If your brain is photographic, your brain starts to piece together like, oh, there's probably a tree up there. There's probably a few gravestones that have some cobwebs up there. It starts to piece together in a creepy, alternate but relative way. Um, I've noticed how every time I'm filming, something happens, or if I'm watching some found footage from someone else, my brain creates these like dark art paintings in my head, like visions, like, oh, that's that, but my brain saw it like this. So I think I'm gonna go with this name, but it could change. But I'm gonna call like my painting company thing smears from the analog, where like once again, if something cool happens in found footage or analog form, that whether I created it or if I see it, I'm gonna take a vision that I see in my head and smear it from the analog and put it onto a canvas. And not only will the canvas and the painting like tell a story, but like I'm also gonna have like the name of the painting on the painting. So like it also verbally tells what's going on. So I can actually have like a whole story instead of one thing. If that makes any sense.
So let me ask you this question.
All right.
Is your brain filling in the gaps and creating this picture, or are you seeing something that others don't see?
I'm seeing something others don't see in a creative, mysterious way.
So there's a name for that.
Because like, and let me say this for those who might be confused here. Whenever I say seeing stuff that others might not see, I'm not talking like in a mediumship, like,
That's my question, though.
oh, okay, yeah, no,
Yeah.
like I'm not saying that I'm like spectrally seeing things that you cannot see. No,
But okay, maybe you are, and you're just failing to recognize that as what it is. So
I don't know.
I fully believe that being psychic and that all the mediumship stuff is a skill. It's not a gift, it's a skill. Anybody
Okay,
can do it. The government has proved that with remote viewing. Literally anybody can remote view.
fair enough.
You just got to learn how to do it. But
So
just like playing an instrument, some people can sit down at an instrument, pick it up, and just start playing it.
that
That's
is
what we
fair.
normally call a psychic. People who just have that natural born gift.
Okay.
Anybody else can do it. They just need to learn how to.
So to go into that point, let me tell you about this painting that I just showed to give you a literal in the moment representation of what I mean. Okay. So, well, shit, if I can roll over this shirt that I threw on the floor,
Clean your room, Trevor.
it's the shirt I had on from last night. It's just a single shirt and pair of shorts. It's not like I have a pile. I can't do dirty environments. Haunted places are one thing, but like if I'm living in a dirty environment, anyway. Um, so MSP. Once again, shout out to Missouri State
Yeah.
Penitentiary.
No, I heard. I jumped on
Well,
for that.
no, I was like halfway through that story. So remember, maybe you heard it in the background.
I
I'll
did.
re I'll re-say it just to show people. But been going to MSP for years, and so the dungeon has like evidence and like other. I'm sure, I'm sure there's a lot of dirty ghosts out there, but but yeah, been going to MSP for years. Always get the feeling of I'm being watched. But every time I usually go down in the dungeon, I usually see stuff, which I'm no stranger to seeing things there. And last time I went into the dungeon with you all, um, I didn't see a damn thing. Not a one thing showed itself. But I felt like every time I turned my head, something was over here. Every time I turned my head, something was over here. I just couldn't catch them. And in my head, I was thinking they're smart. They know how to avoid me. So I painted this, and now do I think what was watching me was like these demonic drips of like mist with horns? No, but I was like thinking to myself the whole time, like something's watching, but they've been watching. I just sometimes see them. So we have been watching on the bottom. And that's just what my brain pictured when I felt that feeling down in the dungeon was just that. Now, is it guaranteed to be some horned figure with blood dripping eyeballs? No, but like the that's the alternate reality of what it could have been.
So it very well could be a mediumship type thing where you're seeing something, but then adding your own flair to it.
Yeah. That's pretty much it. Yeah. Because if I were to just I can't paint human anatomy to save my life. I can't draw it. So like everything that you see will almost be like grungy, scratchy type shit. But
Yeah.
you painted that? Yeah, I painted that. Honestly, to some people it may look like shit. To some people it may look good, but I painted that. I think almost an hour, 45 minutes ish.
That's not bad.
Yeah. Now the writing, I wrote the letters on the bottom, the message like in
Oil or acrylic?
acrylic. I'm not a I haven't learned how to oil paint yet. That's a very tedious thing. Um, maybe in the future, but right now also I like how acrylics darks aren't dull.
Yeah.
oil painting. If you're a beginner and don't know how to use it right, that if you're well versed and talented, everything I'm about to say does not make sense. But as a beginner, not knowing the consistency, how to do it, darker colors are dull as shit.
So one thing you could do with that though is you can paint oil on top of acrylic. So if you
uh,
get your darker tones and whatnot done with acrylic, you could come back later with oil and paint on top of it.
Fair enough. Yeah, I like.
You technically you can put acrylic on top of oil, but the oil paint needs to be fully cured, and that takes months.
That's what I use.
Yeah, Folk Art's a good brand.
I just buy it because it's the most expensive acrylic small bottled paint there. I bought this once. It's only like down to here. I'm like, that's too much for what I use.
I I go through I go through one of those bottles a year.
Yeah, I can't. Like, I guess if I just because I use my main scheme is black, red, and black, gray, red, and white. Occasionally, if I have to paint like a sky, I have this dark blue. No, that's pure black. What the fuck am I doing? Where is it at? Yeah, this dark blue called Midnight Minute. If it'll focus, but that's like this thing's still basically full. Still, I've used it twice, I think, but I do have green and bright blue over here. But that was from whenever I painted those Ouija boards or talking boards, which talking boards to me. I'm down to paint more of them. I just, and this will make sense, I think. But talking boards, I like to paint them. If I was going to paint them again, I would. But talking boards already have a preset layout, words, numbers, all that shit. So you only have a very limited amount of space to actually get custom.
There
What?
there is no preset layout. Dude, I have
No.
like 130 and I just this week I added I have over 130. I added 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 this week.
My point is
But
that
some of them are fucking weird.
my point is that boards are roughly about that size, roughly. And no matter what, you got to put letters and numbers on there, yes, no, and goodbye. That no matter how you arrange that stuff, no matter what, you're still gonna have a very small area to like do your own thing with. And I want to do my own thing on all of it. So, and yeah, I could paint the board whatever I wanted and then let it dry and then make letters numbers on top of it. But then everything behind it will look like a jumbled mess because continuity's gone.
Or you can paint what you want, but leave like a 1-inch border all the way around and then put everything on the border of it.
That is true. How about this? And this doesn't have to be like a continuous thing. It could be like a one thing every other month type of deal. But do you ever hand paint boards, or is it all like machinery and like shit?
Oh no, I hand paint some of them.
All right. How about this? What if we had a smears from the analog empty casket crossover, where you send me like one of those blank boards, like you sent me in the past. I paint whatever I want on it, the whole thing. I send it back to you, and then whether or not you have to black out parts of it to write letters on there, or you do it some other way. I put what I want on it, and then you put the letters, numbers, and words on it how you want it, and it's a custom board. I don't even know if that'll work.
Let's talk more about that offline.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Ryan, wait, did you put something up? I just saw something.
Yes. So that's why. So Ryan, go to my website, send me a message, and we'll talk.
Ryan, quick question. I just mentioned about painting boards for other people. Are you wanting a custom board from him, or are you asking me about me painting one for you? Because honestly, buy one for him. It's a lot better in quality. I'll paint you one if you want me to, but like he would buy one from him, please. Oh, here, Ryan, if this helps. Oh, I'm getting old. This day's been hell too.
God, he doesn't
me
know what
shut-
getting old is yet.
I'm almost 30, motherfucker.
All right, I'm 40.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so Ryan, before my logo changed, this is my old logo where I was just kind of fucking around with content, didn't know what I wanted. But this is my old logo. This is what he did for my planchette. If the light could stop refracting off of the fucking thing, fuck it. There. That's custom made from Bill, and then this is the Ouija board. There we go. Probably
Yeah,
the
I'm
best
pretty
shit.
proud of that one. That one came out pretty good.
Yeah. I'm not sure the process of what you did to make this, so please explain if you want to.
So most of the work with that type of board is doing the design work. So I do all the design work on the computer, and once I get it to where I want it, there's a company that makes UV stickers. So it's a printed sticker, but it's done with like this. It's a UV resin kind of thing but they do it as a sticker. Super sticky. Like once it goes down, it's not coming back up. So then I build a substrate. Depending on the board, it's either wood or plastic. In the case of what Trevor has there, it was a plastic one. And then I have one shot to get it right. Otherwise, it's I got to throw it out and start over. That's why I usually make more than one at a time, just in case I screw one up.
This thing could fucking fit in here. There we go. Jesus. Put that in the most unaccessible way possible. But yeah. So yeah. Oh, and also this painting here. It's not done yet. The whole bottom part is gray, so ignore that. I'm gonna add some red and other shit to it. But I was watching on YouTube some random guys found footage film where he was walking up into a cemetery, and it was almost like if a cemetery was like liminal space. It just kept going and going and going. And my brain saw this unfinished thing.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. That's cool.
I'm gonna add some red on the bottom. I don't know what I'm gonna name it yet, but just name it liminal ass space. But yeah, so you'll see.
Stroll.
What now?
The final stroll.
Ooh, I might use that. I might use that. But yeah, you'll see. I'll be there as Get Haunted too, obviously. But you'll see me there at Rock Island as VHF 82 Films, putting out my first big film, big 17 minutes long, out very soon. And you'll see. I may run with the name Smears from the analog. It makes sense. Smears is paint. Analog's where it comes from. It makes sense. I may just run with it. But I just don't want to settle. I just don't want to make the name and be like, I don't feel it. But we'll see. You'll see me there with that as well. Yeah. Also, Rock Island Paranormal, Rock Island Esoteric. My brain. This has been a day. I ate shit hopping out of my FedEx truck, so my body hurts.
Did anybody get it on film?
No one was around, thank God.
Oh, damn.
All right, so I'm kind of like,
think. Go away.
fine, fuck you.
Dude,
So
my dog decided to come up and lay down next to me, and he's ripping ass.
so I'm up in my FedEx truck. I'm like a solid 6 feet off the ground. I'm my seat's like 5 feet off the ground, and my seat is lifted up. I go and get a box, and the house is over here, past my seat. I don't want to go that way because that way I have to go into the street, watch for traffic, and go around my truck. So I just thought small package, like half the size of like of a shoebox, easy. Take the package, take the scanner, hop over the seat, and then hop down. Well, my foot didn't touch that step, and I was waiting for it to touch that step. Spoiler alert, it didn't touch that step. I literally went, whoop. I tried to catch myself. I did a tumble roll on the ground, scuffed up my elbow a little bit. My knees kind of banged up. I literally sat there on the ground for like sprawled out on the ground for like 10 seconds, and then I went, we good. It hurt like a bitch.
Yeah, that kind of shit hurts for sure.
I fell from 6 feet in the air, out of the blue, not even knowing it was going. Oh my god, my body still hurts. What do you mean get your promos in? The fuck you mean? Oh, the you being talking about it, or do you mean like the ones I made? By the way, I am finally done with all the promos for Rock Island Esoteric like Expo, so all the vendors will start pushing that out soon. One of the reasons why you haven't seen a lot from my personal stuff is because I finally finished making 118 videos. Granted, they're 30 seconds long, but still 118 of them. It took a couple months.
Hey, why don't you premiere the empty casket one?
All right. Let me find it in the list. I also got to upload it, so give me 1 second.
Well, while he's doing that, I'm gonna give a little teaser for Rock Island, something that I'm gonna have in the museum that I just got. And so I've started looking for Ouija board and Ouija board stuff that's has a little bit more of a story to it. This one is a hell of a story. So there is this oddities type museum down in St. Augustine, Florida. They had a bunch of animals, and they had custom made planchettes, one for each of their animals. And they had them displayed in the museum. Then the museum burnt down. Out of all the stuff that they had in there, they were only able to save like 20 or 30 items. Those planchettes being one of them. They're all, damaged with fire, partially melted, burnt, got scorch marks, all that stuff on it. They have decided to purge all of their stuff from that fire to kind of let it go. The fire happened, I think it was 2019, if I remember correctly. So they put their stuff up for sale, and I bought the planchettes. So I'm going to have a display with pictures of the museum and a little bit more information on the pets, and you're going to have all the planchettes there. And it's kind of an interesting story. The planchettes are pretty cool. They're each one's custom made for their animals. Now the museum is still open, although they have moved. They're now in New York, Friendship, New York. The place is called Wolf's Museum of Gods and Monsters, and it's an old, like early 1800s church that they renovated into the museum, and they had the whole thing painted black and purple. It's really, really cool. So I'm gonna try. They're about 2.5 hours from me, so I'm gonna try to get out there and visit them in the next month or two.
How close are they to Mido?
Opposite direction.
God damn it! Because I'm pretty sure I'm going to Mido for that community thing. That's my yearly long travel flight thing. So
yeah, Mido is one of my favorite places.
Hell yeah! But this is Empty Casket Talking Board Museum promo for Rock Island Esoteric Expo. Was that good?
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought you were gonna hit.
Ta-da!
Nice.
You guys need to get some updated pictures too.
Yeah, I know. Trying to get Tanya to do pictures is rough.
I know. For those wondering, the only reason I didn't include picture of him and Tanya is because their pictures are very narrow, and either I zoom in so much that it's just their mouth and their eyes, or I distort the shit out of it to where they look like Stewie Griffin. So I was like, I don't know what to fucking do here. So
Speaking of Tanya, I doubt she's listening right now because she's on her way to work.
okay.
But tomorrow is our 5-year anniversary.
They said 50th birthday. You said 50. I was like, oh shit.
5-year anniversary is tomorrow.
Hell yeah, dude.
So happy anniversary, Tanya, if you're watching.
Aw. See, he can be nice sometimes.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna spend our anniversary in a class. We take a psychic development class every Thursday night.
Psychic development.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to marriage therapy, you can just say it.
No, like so in there's a town near us called West Pittston, and in that town is the Starlight Metaphysical Academy,
Okay.
and we actually have done some stuff there with the museum, and so they do Reiki. They have special speakers come in. They'll do ghost hunts. They'll do like seances and table tipping and all that kind of fun stuff. But every Thursday they have psychic development, so anybody can take the class and start learning how to use that psychic skill and start developing it and work on it. And so we've been
Okay.
doing that every Thursday for the last 2 months now.
Hell yeah. That's cool. A random thought. The first time you told me about table tipping, my brain went to cow tipping, and I thought, why the fuck you flipping over tables? But
Because you pissed me
that
off, so I was just gonna flip the table.
like that my intrusive thought was why? But yeah.
So we've been doing table tipping for about 3-4 years now. So I've always very much been into the spiritualism stuff, and we went somewhere, they were doing table tipping, we got to participate, and I know it's easy to fake. And so I'm watching everybody's hands. I know how easy it is to fake it. So I'm watching for all that. I'm not seeing it. And then at one point, the only people who were still physically touching the table were me, Tanya, and Rob. And that damn table was still moving. I'm like, okay, maybe there's really something to this. So Tanya and I went out and we bought a table that we felt would be good for tipping. Took it home. Uh, we're sitting in my living room. The two of us, just our hands on the table, and we start trying to get it to do stuff. And that table shifted over, and we're like, holy crap. Okay, so this is legit. Yes, it's very easy to fake, but it's also a very real thing. So we've done table tipping quite a few times at different events and whatnot. When we did the Lord Baltimore Hotel for
Mhm.
National Ghost Hunting Day a couple years ago, one of the rooms that we were able to investigate was like a banquet room, but it was right next to the kitchen. It's an active kitchen, so it was very noisy. There's a lot going on. We couldn't turn all the lights off. So like, okay, normal ghost hunting's out the window here. Hey, there's these huge tables. I wonder if we can get the table to move. Like it's a 12-seater table, it's a big table. So everybody's sitting around it, everyone got their hands on it, and I kind of explain what table tipping is, and we start working on it. There's a couple of very vocal skeptics there.
Okay.
And all of a sudden, everybody just goes dead quiet, and a skeptic goes, "What the fuck just happened?" Now, a lot of people around it, so I'm not at the table touching it. I'm just kind of step back, just watching and instructing. And so I said, "What happened?" And he goes, "The damn table just moved." I mean, wait, for real? And everyone's just like, "Yeah." It didn't like move, but you could feel it just kind of like shimmy a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, okay, make sure nobody's touching the legs. I'm checking, make sure everybody has all fingers on top, no thumbs underneath. Um, and so we start asking other questions, and then it happens again, and the skeptic jumps, like throws his hands up, jumps back, and he's just like, "Holy crap, that table moved again." And I'm like, see, this is why I love doing ghost hunts with skeptics, because that kind of shit happens. But we
Yeah.
went down to Starlight Academy and we did a table tipping event with them, God, 4 or 5 months ago. And table started answering questions, doing all kinds of stuff. And at one point, it started like moving a lot to the point where we couldn't sit down anymore. It was moving so much. We had to stand up, keep our hands on it. So there's 4 of us at this table. The table was moving around, going from leg to leg, and like walks itself out of the room and clear across the next room. And
Damn.
our hands are like outreached, just trying to keep up with it. It was the most amazing thing I've ever been part of. It was
Damn.
absolutely incredible. I since then I've bought three tables for tipping.
Jeez.
So it's definitely something we're gonna be doing a lot more of.
All right.
In fact, the next time that we have planned to do it publicly, we will be doing table tipping at McClay Mansion, September 20th. It is a Get Haunted event. Go to Extreme Ticketing and get your tickets. It is a empty casket past to present event. Uh, so it's gonna be a round of human pendulum and table tipping, then some modern ghost hunting, and then we're gonna mix the two together to do our patented version of a seance, followed by free roam. And McClay is such an amazing place. It is the Pennsylvania Bar Association in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. The place is amazing, absolutely amazing. It's quickly becoming one of our favorite places to go. So get your tickets; you won't regret it.
Hell yeah. Speaking of buying things that you enjoy, I don't know if I can build off a conversation, but this little thing I'm fidgeting with is a large key ring, and all my skeleton keys used to be on it. I sold them all. I'm kidding. I did not. But see if I can do this without tipping the fucking thing over.
Nice.
My collection is growing.
Yeah, I have a little collection of keys. Hangs in my living room. One of the ones I have is from an asylum in the UK.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, that key is difficult to hold for a long period of time. There's some energy attached to that.
Oh, they make because it was just like heavy or something.
Well, like it's like
Well, yeah, like
vibe
spiritually.
wise, it's heavy. Yeah,
Yeah.
spiritually, it's heavy.
Yeah.
But yeah, no,
What's the
keys are pretty cool.
what's the most energy charged object you have ever held?
Ooh, the most energy charged object I've ever held. Um, that's a good question. I've picked up quite a few things that had a lot of energy. Uh, one of the things that's easily in my top 3 is this right here that I keep around my neck. This is a piece of
I don't know what that is.
This is a piece of moldavite. So
Is
moldavite
that
is
crystal?
it's glass. So there was in I forget how many thousands or millions of years ago, there was a meteor impact in what is now the Ukraine, and it
What the-
it created this green glass. And it's called moldavite, and I kept hearing stories about how impactful moldavite can be. So I bought some. It's not cheap. It's actually quite expensive. So I found a place in the Ukraine that you can get it because there's a lot of fake moldavite out there. You got to be careful what you get. So I made sure what I was getting was authentic. I got it, brought it home. Well, it didn't bring it home. It got delivered and opened the box, pulled it out, and my whole hand went cold.
Damn.
Like it sucked all the energy right out of my hand. And so
Shit.
I didn't tell Tanya I bought it. She came up. I bought one for her too. She came up that night and I just told her to put her hand out and I dropped it in her hand and she almost dropped it. She's like, "What the hell was that?" Um, her ex-husband came up to visit and I just took my necklace off and said, "Here, hold this for a second." He grabbed it and just went white as a ghost. He goes, "What the hell is this stuff?" Like, it's moldavite. Moldavite is awesome. It what it's supposed to do is improve your life, but it does it in a very specific way that can be rough. So anything bad in your life, it basically destroys it, rips it out of your life, rather than just trying to get you to leave it alone. If you don't let go of it quick enough, it tears it away so that you're left with just good things. But it can be rough. But I feel
Yeah.
like since I've gotten it, there's been, major improvements, and so I keep it around my neck at all times.
Fair enough.
How about you?
One thing was unintentional. So one thing that was intentional was I got Jenny Switzer at the end of the night and went in the investigation one time at MSP. She had the original key ring full of all the keys to all the doors, and she let me hold them. It was very eye-opening in the sense of like because she let me hold them like right as you enter house 4. Like I have something else that helps, but
I'm,
damn it.
I'm assuming he's talking about the moldavite.
Yeah, unless it's something that we just don't want to handle. I'll let your brain get creative on that one. Anyway, so me and Jenny were at the entrance of House 4, so I was like looking into like all the cells in the dungeon, and she let me hold them, and I just like I was holding the keys going, just like looking into like the whole building. I got this sense that every single inmate from every single cell was just looking at me, waiting. Like I felt almost like happy but stunned and shocked in my place. It was very potent. Um, kind of want to hold him again, see if I get that same feel. But anyway, the stuff that Bill has, your mud vein. He wants to hold your mud vein. um, but the second time was unintentional. It was on the Devils on the Run tour with Nesper and Get Haunted at MSP, and we were setting up. We were unloading all the stuff from Nesper, carrying in one haunted object after another. And I forget if I was holding a Ouija board or if I was holding it was something flat and like almost board like. I was doing this in my hand, just like carrying it, like almost like a binder in school. And um long live the legend and rest in peace. But Dan Rivera, he handed me whatever I was holding. I don't remember. But whatever it was, I thanked him and I went to walk into House 4 to set up. Wade Kirby met me like 10 feet as soon as I walked into that door and went, Trevor, what do you have? And I go, this. And he goes, why are you holding that? And I go, Dan told me to carry it in here. And he goes, oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no, no, no. Okay. So he took it out of my hands, fast walked to like the nearest table, laid it down gently, and then came back because I was walking away. I just thought, oh, maybe it was a sensitive object. Maybe he had to. All good. I was walking away to go help Dan again, and Wade yelled, "Hey, Trevor, come back!" I come back. I'm like, What's going on?" He looked at me dead in the face and goes, "Do you believe in Jesus Christ?" And I looked at him. I go, "I'm not really a religious guy." And he goes, "Oh well." Without hesitation, pulled out holy water, started splashing it on me, and I went, "What the fuck is going on?" And he goes, "That object was crafted by a satanic something or other. I forget. I don't want to blow smoke. Like a satanic something or other." And I go, "Okay." And he goes, "You don't care?" I'm like, "No." And he goes, "Oh well, do you mind if I do more for your protection?" And in my head, I'm like, "If this what makes him happy, yes." So I just said, "Yeah, sure." He he sprayed some more holy water on me and did a little prayer, and then he looked at me and he said, "You are a beautiful soul. Have a good time." And I went, "Thank you." And then I walked away going, "Now I'm even more wet." Because it was hot as fuck. But yeah, so
It has been hot as fuck every time I've been to MSP.
oh, it doesn't change.
Granted,
So
I've only been there once, but
end of September is when it gets cold. But from end of September back into like March, scorching. And it's great, but I hate it. But yeah, I've only ever been to MSP once whenever it was cold, and it was whenever the previous event company held a event like November 10th or something. I had on a sweatshirt and insulated pants the whole night, and I was still freezing. But then 2 months before that, we held an event there too, and I was hot in shorts. Like it doesn't, yeah. So
so they have really hot and really cold, no in
yes,
between.
no insulation, no AC. The brick either warms you up or cools you down. There is no in between.
Yep. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was muggy as hell and sweltering, and we still went outside to cool down
yeah.
because
Hell,
inside was there's no airflow. It is hot.
because if you think about it, yes, the buildings are tall in comparison, but you got to think every single except women's quarters, except building 1, 3, house 4, and the dungeon. The dungeon is just the dungeon. It's an encased industrial box. But house 4 and house 3, every single one of them have a deep underground section to the buildings, so heat rises. So the building that's on ground is technically the the high part of the building. So the second you walk in, you're getting hit with condensation that's being brought from the dirt.
Yeah, and it doesn't help that in most of those buildings currently the windows don't open.
Oh, 90% of the
It,
windows are shattered. It doesn't matter. Hell, I can't tell you how many guests I walked around with throughout the years. Hey, did you hear that whisper? And then I go, everyone be quiet and just wait 10 seconds. Everyone shut up. And then I hear whispering. I think I heard that. I think I heard it again. Wait, why does it keep going? And why does it keep going and going? Wait, I'm like, the windows are cracked and there's wind that's blowing through. And there's the 3 people that need proof. They walk up to the window, get so close, they're basically cutting their ear on glass. And they're like, oh, it's definitely the window. I'm like, I know. I know. Please shut the fuck up. It's like if you hear a whisper in MSP, you either need to be on the highest level possible. Oh, no, sorry. Highest? What the fuck? Lowest level possible where there's no windows, or hear it through EVP, like through the frequencies. Because wind on EVP will be like muffling, distorted, loud. An
yeah,
actual whisper will not. So either get like down in the dungeon where like wind can't hit you. Down in 3D, there's still windows, so that doesn't really count. So like really the dungeon or gas chamber or like house one where like there's no windows in certain parts, like rooms.
See, the dungeon was cooler, not by much, but it was cooler. However, it was way muggier.
The viewing room is cooler. The gas chamber, my deodorant wore off the first 30 minutes I was there. I'm sorry if anyone smelled it. It was bad. It was really bad.
Yeah,
But
that was the first time I've ever worn shorts to an investigation.
yeah, and you look like you just got out of basketball practice.
Well, yeah, I was sweating, so I had a bandana on. Like
Bill
I was
was
sweating a
playing.
lot.
Bill was playing basketball. We are playing basketball. Do you know that song?
No, nor do I want to.
Okay. It was off of an old movie. It was a really good movie. Granted, you're not a sports guy. Dungeon was very moist. Correct. Dungeon. Funny story about the dungeon. It's like the second time that I went there. It was
Okay, so you tell the story. I'm gonna drop out for a minute. I'm gonna put the dog outside because he smells so bad.
okay. So this story took place the second or third time that I was there with the previous event company. And excuse me one second. It's been a long day. Sorry. But I mean, if you wear a Speedo and get away with it, more power to you, but but and so my second time there, it was extremely hot, like condensation dripping from the walls. And I was in a rotation in the dungeon. And what's one thing that bats love is water. So there was bats swarming around in the dungeon, like 3 or 4 bats. And I'm sorry. Fuck. Bats swarming around in the dungeon. And and at one point this girl was like, "What's touching me?" And they're like, and obviously pitch black down there. It's 11 p.m. in an underground dungeon. No one can see anything. This girl says, "What's touching me?" And everyone's like, "Well, what's it feel like? Did you hear anything?" And he goes, "No, I just feel something that's touching me, but it's physical." And I'm like, "Well, let me know if it touches you again." 10 seconds later, it touches her. She was vocal about it over and over again, almost on a repeat. And everyone was talking and doing their thing. So like it wasn't dead quiet. And so got to the point to where we kind of flashed a flashlight, and she looked up and there was water dripping from the wall. And she's, "Oh, it's just water. I'll move." Second that she moved, her feet like scuffled the ground and kicked around dirt and made a noise. As soon as that happened, we didn't know what it was at first, but we hear, and we're like, "What the fuck is that noise?" So all of us at this point, the investigation's paused. We're like all trying to debunk what this noise is. All 12 of us turn on our flashlights all at once and point them up at the sky. 4 bats like a twister.
Nice.
And I went, "Holy shit, that's cool." As soon as I said that, every single girl in that room, "What the fuck?"
Oh,
And they
I love
all
bats.
they scream out running so loud that whoever was hosting the rotation in women's quarters, one building over, we gets on the radio and says, "Is everyone okay in the dungeon? We're hearing screaming." Yeah, I just get on the radio and go, "Yeah, we have bats." And and then behind my voice saying, "Yeah, we have bats," it's just was funny. It was so
I love bats.
Bats are I love bats too. I fucking love them, but white girls wearing Hollister don't. I don't know why they were there. I mean, I appreciate them like being open minded, but like there was literally 3 like brunette girls in Hollister shirts and like high heels that were just there. I'm like, you obviously aren't dressed for the occasion. What's going on here? But anyway, yeah.
So do you want to? I don't know if I'm supposed to show this or not, but I'm going to anyway as a little sneak preview.
Sneak preview to where to what? Oh shit! Have you sent that to Candy? I assume.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So this is actual wood from Rock Island.
Okay.
Yeah. So Candy and Lisa and Sarah, they sent me some wood. I made some boards, and they are going to be raffled off at Rock Island.
Okay. I need to make a painting then to be raffled off. Then I just don't know what I would do.
Paint. That's what you do.
Well, I know, but like I'm obviously not good at human anatomy, so I couldn't do a man with the building. I would have to do something else that's Rock Island based, but that's more like abstract.
Do you ever meditate?
A lot.
Okay. Do a meditation, and during that meditation, try to connect with Rock Island and let just images come to you and use that as your inspiration.
Okay. Okay. Bet. Cool. We still got to figure out what we will put. I guess for the raffle, you mean? Yeah, I need to ask Candy and Sarah if they even need anything else for the raffle. They may be good with numbers of stuff, but we'll find out. Sure.
So another fun thing with Rock Island is Tanya and I will be doing 2 scrying classes during the event.
Is it
Uh,
is that like a speaker thing or is that on your own time?
so that it'll be during the event. It's not a speaker thing. It's like an interactive, like a class kind of.
Okay.
So it's very limited. We have very limited mirrors. We have very limited time to be able to do it. So there's going to be a sign up sheet at the Empty Casket Talking Board Museum. So come see our museum. You can sign up for either one of the 2 slots, and once that's full, that's it. Like that's
Yeah.
all the number of people we can to bring in. So we'll do those 2. You'll get a chance to we'll talk about scrying a little bit, what it is, how to do it, and then give you a chance to scry on your own. And then we'll talk about a little bit about what you well, whoever it is gets to what they might see, what they might not see, what they might feel, all that kind of stuff that comes with scrying. So we
Okay.
get to do that twice. I think it's 7 people per session or 11 people per session. I forget. 7 per session. So 14 people total will get a chance to do it. So it's going to be first come, first serve. So when you get there, come see us and sign up. It'll be at 11:30 and 4:30. There'll be like 30 to 40-minute sessions.
Okay. Hell yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I've been up all day and I'm tired and it's been rough. I am like zoning out at this point. So
Hey, if you want to call it a little bit early tonight, I'm okay with that. I got to go to work early tomorrow.
um is there anything else that you have in mind to talk about?
No. Tonight was just going to be a little paranormal chit chat.
Yeah.
Kind of bullshitting because we didn't have a guest tonight. But yeah, it's definitely been a busy summer, a
Yeah.
rough summer for sure.
As far as other than Rock Island, for everyone here that is wondering, let me quickly pull up something on my phone. I don't care if my cellular data is turned off. Why is it turned off? That's my question. What? Extremeticketing.com. So, for those of you who are looking to get out in the spooky seasons, White Hill Mansion sold out. Sorry about that. Middle Point School in Middle Point, Ohio, September 13th. We have that going on at Get Haunted Paranormal Investigation. Get your tickets for that. Let me throw up the Extreme Ticketing banner. Get your tickets on extremeticketing.com. McClay Mansion from Past to Present Investigation with Get Haunted, and yours truly, Empty Casket Paranormal. Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, table tipping, cow tipping if you pay Bill enough. I'm kidding.
We'll have to go a little bit outside of town to get to the cows, but we'll get
there. Some creepiness happening at McClay Mansion. Get there, do it. They've done it plenty of times. It's awesome. Never been there, but from what I hear,
it's one of my favorites. It's really, really good.
It's great. White Hill Mansion, another investigation, November 8th. Be there in Fieldsboro, New Jersey.
White Hill is another amazing location. I don't not gotten there at all this year, unfortunately. I'm gonna have to try to get to that November one.
November 8th. My yearly road trip that I'm pretty sure I'm not road trip. I'm fucking flying there. I ain't driving 17 hours. But a special gathering and investigation rooted in community, powered by unity. Mid Orange Correctional Facility in Warwick, New Jersey. Special guests to be announced. We have Empty Casket Paranormal. We have Paranormal Theory. If I buy my plane ticket this week, you will also see me, VHF 82 Films. Also, psychic medium Bianca Rose will be there, and it is powered and hosted by yours truly, Get Haunted, Haunted Explorations Events, New Jersey Paranormal Investigations, and South Jersey Ghost Research, and the Ghost Hunter Store, Dave Giuliano, and Barry Ruggiero. Hopefully I said that right. Ruggiero. Thank you. Amazing community. Think of it as a Paracon. Networking, getting to know people, talking, becoming friends, but with no vendors. Like no one's really selling like anything. It's just going to be like a vendor of communications, if that makes sense. Something new, something different. That's what Rob said. He's like, imagine a Paracon but with no vendors. It's just people talking, investigating, getting to know each other.
Which honestly is my favorite part about Paracons is getting to talk with people and networking, meeting people, talking about the paranormal.
And I got asked a while back from a friend of mine that like has nothing to do with the paranormal community. Like she just keeps up with me, like, hey, what's your next paranormal thing? And I mentioned Rock Island, and she goes, "Oh, who's vending?" I'm like, I just sent her a list, and she goes, "What are all these groups doing here that aren't selling anything? Like, like people are just there. They are going there by their names or by their team. Like, they're not selling like merch." I'm like, they just go talk and team up and exchange contacts and have fun and travel. I'm like, you don't have to go to a Paracon to sell T-shirts and pendulums. You can go there to just talk and hang out. Like it can be just like a big party. And she's like, oh no, I never thought about that. I'm like, that's the best part. Like, yeah, making $5,200 on merch is nice, but do you just want every single person to come up to your booth and be like, I want that. Thanks, bye. No, you want to talk and get to know the people. And
I would say I want half of the people who come through to sit and talk with me and then buy a shirt and leave, and the other half just to come up and buy a shirt and leave. Because if every single person came up to talk, there's just not enough time in the day.
Yeah, and your
So
social battery would be fucking out the
yeah,
window.
so half talk and then buy a shirt, and everyone else just buy a shirt. Which I'm gonna have some cool shirts.
You heard it here first. He Bill hates half the people that walks into the fucking Paracon.
Hey, that's better than anywhere else in life. Anywhere else in life, it's like 90% of people I hate.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Also, I have to shout out because I'm fucking a part of it. Get Haunted Midwest. Get Haunted is it's extending its length to the I'm trying to make like a weird sexual innuendo on purpose. Anyway. I'm trying to make it kind of playful and fun. We have comments that I'm just not seeing. I'm on the fucking banner section. Um, it's just Chris and Ryan. I don't care. I'm kidding. Um, and Bailey. Bailey, fuck. Kaylee.
Bailey?
It's been a long fucking day, dude.
Oh,
Shut up.
Kaylee, just so you know, from now on, we're just gonna call you Bailey.
I want to cry right now.
You're gonna cry more when Bailey hits you for screwing up her name.
Bailey can't. Fuck, Kaylee. Fuck. Ah. Ugh. Get Haunted Midwest. Right now, I mean, obviously, Rob and Sarah are part of it, but like, as far as people that are going to be there, Sarah, Rob can travel 13 hours, like if he wants to. Kaylee, I'm not afraid of you. I don't care. Uh, Sarah, Chris Smith is like the host of it all. I'm going to be there too. So come investigate with me, Chris, and Sarah sometimes, and Rob if he wants to travel that far. Rock Island Roadhouse, not the expo, just an investigation on November 1st. About a month after the expo happens, come back for overnight investigation. Up next, Broadwell Funeral Home in Felicity, Ohio. You may catch me there. I'm not sure yet. It is a week before I travel to Mid-O. We'll see. Broadwell Funeral Home, Felicity, Ohio. This will be a fun one if I go because I kind of grew up in a funeral home. My stepdad is a funeral director. It'll be like home, just 5 hours away. Come and hang out. And last but not least, we have Old Williams County Jail in Bryan, Ohio.
I wonder if the founders of that town are related to me.
I don't know. It's spelled the same way.
It is the correct way.
What's the incorrect way?
Brian.
Oh. All right. Sure. Old
I tell
Williams County.
Peone that all the time.
I don't. I see. I would pull out that long joke of like good because I know Brian spelled like this and he's an asshole. I don't know any bad Brians, honestly. I don't think
No,
so.
neither do I.
I don't think so, at least. Yeah. If he's gonna give me a bad Brian, I'm gonna punch him. I don't know why I said that. I'm tired. I need to shut up. Old Williams County Jail in Bryan, Ohio, November 15th. So either go to that or go to Mid-O. I don't care which, but pick one, people. Yeah.
So there's one other thing that I need to promote. This weekend in Nanny Glow, Pennsylvania, which is out near Altoona, Pittsburgh area.
Nanny Glow. That sounds like the fucking Boondocks, my guy.
Yes.
Have you ever been out to fucking Nanny Glow?
At
Sorry.
the Liberty Theater is the Liberty Para United Paracon. This is their second year doing it. It is run by Angel and Lindsay Morales, who we had on the show back in the spring.
Is this the event that we promoted then? It's just happening soon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. And then in 2 weeks is the main paranormal and horror con.
Yes.
hosted by Jeff and Ashley Whittam. That's
Yes.
up in Augusta, Maine. That's going to be a big event. Uh, Empty Casket, unfortunately, will not be there. We were planning on it, but because of the way that this summer's gone, we just can't afford to get up there.
Yeah, that's fair. And also a little connection from that back to Rock Island. If any of you are coming to Rock Island because you happen to be closer to that and cannot make it to the main Paracon, Jeff will be at Rock Island after that, promoting main Paracon, I assume, for next year. So
Mhm.
if you can't make it and you come to Rock Island, but we're curious, hit him up, ask him what it's about. He may have merch there. I'm sure he will. I can't promise that. I'm not Jeff, but I'm.
Stupidest thing you've ever said.
What?
That's one of the stupidest things you've ever said.
You're witnessing sleep deprived Trevor. Come talk to him if you're interested. He might have merch. I don't know. I'm not Jeff. Anyway, yeah. That's all we got. It's an hour and 20 in. I need to shut up. I'm not even like going off the rail. I don't know. I just need sleep. Um,
Yeah, he's not
but
going off the rail, but he is knelt down licking the rail. So
I
it's
do
time
know,
to put him
man.
to bed.
I got a rusty old. No, I'm kidding. Um, I'll shut up. Anyway, let me go to the banners and just read them off one by one and promote shit at the end of this fucking stream. EmptyCasketParanormal.com. Doing creepy things with wires. Be sure to check out everything he has to offer. Do you have any new equipment that's coming up soon, Bill?
No new equipment. I was supposed to be doing a lot of equipment this summer, but pretty much everything in my life fell apart this summer, and
Hey, happens to
um,
the best of
just
us.
haven't gotten there.
You're
So
hey,
I'll work on it over
hey,
the winter.
take your motherfucking time. You got this, my guy. Um, yeah. Up next, he teaches you how not to be afraid of cardboard or wood itself. Empty Casket Talking Board Museum. If you want a chance to win a Rock Island Esoteric Expo board, come. How much is the raffle?
I don't know.
Okay. Stay tuned for that information. I will have a painting there, I'm sure, if Candy and Sarah are okay with that. I don't know if there's any rules or whatever the hell about the raffle. I don't know. GetHaunted.com. Everything your paranormal needs can yearn for, we got it here. If you don't yearn for it, cool. I don't know. Get Haunted, networking, events, podcasts. Rob, I don't know. Join the cult. But if you join the cult, you got to get branded. I'm kidding. I'm not gonna make that joke too much because last time someone made that joke a lot, it turned bad. Anyway,
Just gotta drink the Kool-Aid, that's all.
yeah, speaking of that shit, this is kind of off topic, but not. So, I recently switched from Spotify to YouTube Music. Spotify sounds like shit, and they raise their prices. The CEO's doing some dumb shit. I got tired of it. YouTube sounds better, and I don't mind paying the extra $3. I recently was like going through I was comparing. I was on my phone on Spotify and on my laptop with the YouTube, like transferring all my songs, and I got to bring me the Horizon, and they have a song. I forgot that they had a song called Kool-Aid, and it's literally about Kool-Aid, and if you drink it, you go crazy and join a cult. I sent it to Rob and Sarah. Check out the music, the music video. It makes a lot of sense. It's fucking cool. Anyway, my shit, found footage, paranormal, do it. Extreme tickets on extreme ticketing to everything that we've been talking about. Extreme ticketing, get it done now. And I don't think he's having a show tonight. Let me quickly check Wednesday chat because I don't want to promote his show tonight and then it just not be there. Give me 1 second. Guest canceled. No show tonight. So check out Greg Balkin. He's a great guy, but no show tonight. Sorry, guys. And that's the thing I'll put up. All right. Thank you, everyone, so much for joining. We need to get her on the show. I say we. I need to talk to her first.
And just remember, Sophie's coming on that show too.
Oh yeah, no. Can Agnes come too, or is she just like doing her own thing? If you get the drift.
I don't know. We'll talk to Sophie at that time.
Okay. I'll drop my ring.
Good job.
Anyway, thank you all so much for joining. CNR, Candy, Bailey. I did that one. I did that one on purpose. Lisa. Thank you all. Chris, Brenda, Nancy, Paul. Thank you all. I'm sure there's more. I can't read them all. There's a lot of comments. Thank you all so much for joining. Hope you all have had a great night. Sleep well. Be safe. Don't forget, drink the Kool-Aid. I will install updates when I want to. Remind me later. Thank you. My laptop gave me like yeah. Thank you. Bailey Basinger. That has a ring to it. Bailey Basinger. Has a ring to it. I would say like abbreviate it with just the first two letters like Kamir BB, but like that sounds really fucking weird. I'm not touching that. But anyway, thank you all. Be safe. Sleep safe. First merch idea. Talk soon.